All right, this is a John Schwan production of the 2025 Brent Hamrick Memorial Open. There it is.
Presented by the Columbus Flyers
Yes,
Disc
sir.
Golf Club.
Got Max Scheetz on commentary and joined by Theodore. How you doing?
Right. I'm great. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a delight. Great course, great tournament, great lineup here.
Yep, Tony Moe, Calvin Caldwell, Parker Welck, and I even snuck my way on that card, if you can believe it.
Good for you.
Got hole one just under 350 here. Couple ways to play this hole. Going to see most people take a high stalling forehand, but there's also a little low flex line that you can take if you don't quite have the power to throw it over the top like that. This is a great card to be on. A lot of fun chatter.
Looks like Parker's lining up the power forehand over the top.
Yeah, he has got more than plenty power to do this play.
I like this play because it takes a lot of the tighter navigation of the hole out.
Yep,
And
just throw it over.
yeah, like you can see here, he caught one of those trees and it just funneled towards the basket. The only thing is going over the top is that it does bring wind into play.
Yep.
And your shot choice of going up the gut, something a little bit flexy, you gotta hit the gap.
A little early, didn't quite turn it, and just clipped the tree. Tony taking that over the top play as well as a lefty, a little easier on the backhand.
Looks like he'll find the edge of the woods.
Yep.
Calvin with plenty of power. Looks like he does slip just a bit, but still fine. Oh wow, still a fine result.
Good little roll towards the basket there. Just pitching up for a par. Nothing wrong with a par on the first hole. Just get your round started and don't bogey.
Calvin ended up in a great position here, looking to try to capitalize.
Just a little high left there.
Tony with a little bit of...
little skippy into the woods. Still got to look at the basket here.
A little bit of leaves in his face, but does what he does.
Yep.
It's a good pickup right there. Set a good pace for the round. He's got to be feeling happy.
Yep.
Parker looks like he trickled through that tree that's slightly above his head. Fell towards the basket.
Just a tap
Simple
in there.
tap in. All right.
And a little tap in for par. Calvin and I.
No real drama on the hole. On to
Nope.
the next one.
Couple of birds, couple of pars. Fist bumping the caddy.
Little caddy love.
Shout out to Jake Nighting.
So, talk to me about hole 2. How are you drawing this hole up? We saw a wide range of scores on this hole. So
Yeah, this one is one of my favorite holes. You can see that whole right side there, hazard, and from the tall grass all the way to the woods is OB on the left there. It's a par 4, but it is definitely reachable, being under 500 feet and a little downhill. But obviously you can find trouble left and right. Makes for some great score separation on this hole, all the way from eagle to bogey, even a couple doubles.
you can see here, the basket is blind as it does go downhill some. Usually a good bit of wind coming right up this hill here, right in your face.
Now, if you're 6'5" like Manny Facus, you can see it from the tee, but everyone else might need to do a little hop up.
Wow. Curious now how Tony's going to attack this as a lefty.
And it looks like he is getting aggressive here, going for the eagle.
Yeah. I expected maybe like a layup shot or a stock hyzer. Definitely driving the green.
That is an
Impressive
absurdly impressive shot. In the wind we had, that's absurd. This is a nuke for me, and trying to go for the eagle just came out a little early, didn't quite get it over that right side hazard, and gonna stall out, skip OB. Calvin, definitely a player that has the power to go for this eagle here. Gets it out wide enough, a little higher than Parker's, and it's gonna come down very nicely. What a shot from Calvin.
Beautiful. Parker found the hazard, just looking to, yeah, he's just looking to lay something up, which he did quite well. That's a shot that you can actually mess up pretty easily.
Very easily.
Good pace control, good angle control, matching the green, got it to sit.
Now, I'm never too upset about going OB left there because, as you can see, you're left with that putt for birdie, actually, and so obviously can't get it to go there, but not a terrible play. If you're going to miss, I definitely prefer to miss left there.
Tony, this is for Eagle?
Yes.
Oh,
And
no.
just leaves it a little low. You know he wants that one back.
Calvin, my goodness.
What a shot.
It's a great Eagle pickup.
Oh, yeah.
Great view of Hoover behind there.
Yeah.
Everyone just cleaning up, moving on.
Once they took those bushes out down there, you can really see the green or the dam when you're putting on the green. Nice
Talk to me about how you draw up this next hole. That's kind of, runs parallel.
Yeah.
With hole 2 here.
Yeah, it's funny. They're right next to each other, but it always seems like there's a very different wind
Right.
from the two holes, just the way the trees are. And it's just under 350 feet, but it is a little downhill. Definitely plays for a forehand for the righty or a lefty backhand. OB on the left side, some woods on the right and deep, but for most of the players in the field, this is a pretty stock shot, one you definitely want to get.
Now with this shot right here, I like how high
Yeah.
Calvin's got it. If you keep it really low, the danger is that it can skip straight or skip
Right.
to the right long. It's a pretty fast green, especially how dry things are at the moment. Spiking it down, it helps kind of stay in position.
Absolutely.
Looks like Tony's got this one up really nice and high too. Should settle.
Nearly a carbon copy. Both those shots were absolutely parked.
See what Parker does, how he draws it up. Yeah, he's definitely keeping it up a little bit higher too, just looking to kind of, very little ground action there, which is good. Looks like he does leak a little bit long, but he should still be fine. You throw in your 4th here.
Yep. Just didn't get the height that they had and got it up to turn, and that's just going to sail deep. And yeah, better than going OB, but not what I was looking for there.
The woes of going long.
Getting into a little bit of a fight with a stick there that was in my way, but just going to lay this one up and move on.
So it looks like Parker did leak a little bit long on the green, but is still absolutely in striking range. Sometimes those ones that go over the rise right there can get a little tricky. They can funnel down pretty hard, but looks like he's just fine. Good capitalization from Parker.
Yep. And it's worth mentioning, I believe we missed a couple putts from Tony and Calvin. Absolutely parked, however.
All right.
Hole 4 here, surprisingly a similar shot, though it is not as downhill and it is blind, and a very, very tricky green to throw on, as you'll see in just a minute.
So you look at the hole distance, and you definitely want to pick it up, but there's a lot of golf on this hole. The elevation and the grade of the slope that the basket's actually on, you'll see a lot of really talented players even choose to lay up. There's a lot of angle, there's a lot of wind, and the placement of this drive really dictates game time decision when you actually get up there, like, what do I do with this putt?
A little inside there from Calvin. Yeah, you can definitely see people throw a great shot, and it's definitely not over until you make your putt on this hole, that's for sure. It's a good looking drive from Tony. And Parker just appears to be a little bit inside like Calvin's.
A little high, a little right.
Yeah. This again, just not getting the height I needed and pushing a little too straight, not quite getting that swing all the way back.
Yeah. Calvin looking to try to shape something up.
Yep.
It's really, really, I mean, him keeping it that low is really good. Take some of the wind elements out of play is really good. Up.
Yeah,
Parker
that's a
needing
smart
to get
decision.
creative here.
Yeah, actually took quite a while to find the disc even, but eventually got it. And trust me, that is a impressive out because there was nothing in there.
This is a prime example we were just talking about before. You opting
Yeah.
to lay it up right here is a distance that you feel pretty comfortable running it at, but it's the risk reward makes it a good golf hole.
Right, absolutely.
That's impressive by Parker.
Yeah,
Again,
that is a really great save.
That was disaster, and he figured out a way to scramble out of it. Tony with some more shrubbery
Yeah,
in his face.
yeah,
He
just
did
a
it on
little
one.
inside there, but still able to look at the basket. Have a chance here for birdie.
Tony.
That's a great two for Tony there.
Beautiful. He's on a roll. I think that's 3 in a row, 4 in a row.
I believe so.
Calvin looking good.
Saves the par.
Now I really like, I see you dropping to a knee here.
Yep.
I really like that, being able to, not have to have any angle with the wind. You can just straight at it.
Yeah, definitely takes some factors out of play. It's surprisingly easy to miss low from up there, getting the nose down.
Oh, well done. Okay.
Oh, and there is, it has the 1 on there, as there was an ace from Ohio State teammate Evan Filippi, I believe, in this round on this hole, but
Did
yeah,
he really?
he did, yep. Yeah, rather a shorter hole, kind of a stock shot for most of these players. A little bit of a tricky green, but you want to do basically exactly what you see Tony doing here, and even hitting off the pyramid thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
It
like-
looks like there's right to left. Or
Yeah,
maybe a slight
usually,
headwind here?
I think all weekend it's been a pretty stiff headwind
Oh,
and a little
no.
right to left, and Calvin just,
Calvin flirting with the OB just a bit there.
oh yeah,
You can kind of see the flag line that goes up there.
right.
He's pushing it some, but I think he is in bounds.
Yeah, very scary, that shot from the tee perspective.
Mr. Parker here.
Just getting absolutely slammed.
Wow. 0 ground play there at all.
Yeah. And this is, I'm going up to even a 9-speed. Super overstable captain's raptor just to try and combat this wind. And
Is that your standard play in this hole, or did you make an adjustment?
oh, definitely just
For-
for the wind.
Gotcha. Okay.
Usually it's a zone like Calvin was throwing there, but
I see.
that's the risky run as he's mere inches from out of bounds.
Oh, way to make the adjustment. Great result.
Yeah.
Calvin here is, oh yeah, he's just laying it up.
Yep. It's it's, as you can see here from Parker's putt, it's pretty elevated, and the wind we had, you never know what could happen.
Oh,
Yeah. Surprising, he was waiting for a little bit of a lift there and just never got it.
Tony to make it 5 holes in a row.
I believe so.
Little wind check.
Yes. No lift as well.
Here's you looking at the stake. Yeah. Great
Yeah,
stroke on the card.
even from right there, a close putt should be a tap in, but I'm definitely sweating a little bit over that with this basket position. We've seen people 5 putt on this hole. Good players 5 putt.
For sure. It looks like everyone's taking their medicine and moving on.
Yep.
This next hole is there's golf decisions to be made on every shot, all
Yes.
the way. I saw a lot of different creative ways in people how they drew this up over the weekend. Tell me your game strategy and why you went with that.
Yeah, so this one is actually interesting. We're playing the old hole 6's tee pad to hole 7's basket as a par 4. Super big fan of the change. You'll see in just a second we've got that tree. It's just on the right side of the screen is playing as a mandatory left. So I think it makes perfect for this little forehand. Got it over a little bit there, but just coming back, and then essentially the same shot again.
Thankfully, it's your force. I assume
Yeah.
that's what you threw.
Yep.
Tony, ooh, wow.
Yeah, he's a little inside, but he'll actually get that to go nicely for him.
Not exposing the flight plate to the wind coming from the right at all, just really smoothing one out.
Yep.
Calvin.
This is such a touchy shot. And that is
He made that look super
incredible.
easy. That is a very difficult shot. Great execution.
really helps to have the kind of power that Parker has, throwing something just so overstable. No chance to go OB, and that is way far down there.
He really trusted that with that somewhat right to left there. That's knows his disc.
You can see
Tony playing it
a little left side, maybe more than he wanted. The play definitely, I think, is to miss on that left side, because even there he'll be left with a putt looking back up the hill.
Yeah. So on the left there's road, ditch, and then a rise that leads up to the basket. Oh, you can kind of see it here somewhat. Oh, there's stones in here too. It does kind of catch some of the discs that go in there when you start getting down more towards the pin.
Right.
Going right, there's really nothing to catch you. Just slope down to the road, which leads to then Moe B.
And you do get casual relief from the rocks. I took mine there just a little further back, but way better than trying to throw from in those rocks.
Parker looking to kind of flex, stall, something to land up on top of this ridge, I presume.
Yeah, kind of an interesting play. I would have expected him to go sidearm, but
both you and Calvin wanting to have nothing to do with that play at all. Just put it in.
Hearing that day from the day before, a good friend of mine doing the old 4 or 5 putt on this hole, I was like, okay, well, don't want to be made out like that. So just no harm, no foul, laid it up.
Parker hitting off of the cage. I will say that he did not take a nasty roll. I think that those stones, if I saw correctly, kind of wrapped him up. Tony with some awkward footing and nails it.
Great putt. Yeah, he's playing great today. Parker gets it to go for par.
Okay. Yeah, no real terrible drama on that hole.
No. Yeah, you see there, 5 down through 6 for Tony Moe. That's a heck of a start.
It's a great birdie.
Only missing the easiest hole. Funny enough. Hole 7 here. Another very similar kind of hole. 2 left to right moving shots. Essentially, very similar tee shot to the last hole. And then, some trouble left OB and some woods on the right. Tony's going to go to that backhand there.
Looks prime.
Yes.
You can't really see the OB in this frame exactly, but the only really OB that comes into play off the drive is a line that kind of goes up against that culvert on the left.
Right.
It encourages you to want to try to keep it near the wood line-ish. This looks perfect. This is like, right in the middle, right?
Yeah, that's right where I'm trying to land that.
Yeah, that looks great.
And Calvin's actually opting for the backhand. I was a little surprised by this play, but he threw it so well on the last hole.
Yeah, it looks like a rinse repeat of the same shot with a little bit more flex, letting it come out some.
Yeah, just a little early there, hitting trees. And Parker throwing the exact same disc, the exact same way as the last hole.
Love that.
Yeah.
I do know that on this hole, some of the game time decision that comes into play is, do I push the OB line left with my drive, or do I keep it closer to the trees on the right which will determine whether or not I take a backhand or a forehand approach to the pin, and that is heavily dependent, at least for me, on what the wind is doing.
Yeah, I think if you're playing for the backhand upshot, definitely a little easier from the left side, but it helps to be on the right side to be able to see the OB line a little better. Calvin going the forehand there, just a little inside. But trying to keep it away from that OB. You can see all that tall grass right there that my disc is going over now is all out of bounds, so it makes that forehand shot a little bit scary.
That was such a great shot. Nice and low. When it broke back over to start fading, it just lost everything all at once and checked up super nicely for you.
Yep. Just a very overstable Raptor, trusting it to, it's going to hyzer at the end no matter what.
That's a prime example of what I was just talking about with Parker. He could have gone forehand there easily, but he had the option of being in the middle or slightly left to be able to have a comfortable shot or adjust for the wind. Looks like he took kind of that almost flexy stall shot again, even trying to throw it in.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of throwing it in, that was very close by Mr. Moe.
Yeah.
Calvin got wrapped up, but not too far off the fairway.
Nope, still got to look for birdie here. And I believe he just chained out left a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell by his countenance he looked a little bummed there. Parker doing what Parker does.
Yep, gets that one to go nicely. Tony with a stress-free birdie there. I believe he picked up a stick as well as his disc and actually kept the stick the whole round for some reason. Not sure why that was, but yeah.
Calvin getting off the hole. Everybody cleaning up nicely.
Yep.
Looks like birdies for everybody but Calvin. Calvin just a little bit off there, but that's pretty respectable by the card there.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
It's a hole that you'd want to play just super boring, nothing super exciting. Just get your three and get off.
Now this is a fairly different one. This hole.
I'm responsible for some of the dark gray color you see on the far right there.
Is that right?
It is factual.
I mean, even a phenomenal player like Tony yesterday, the day before this, had a triple bogey, I believe, on this hole. It can definitely get you.
It's easy to do.
You see all OB right on that right side on the wood line, and that path is also OB. 450 playing uphill. I mean, this is no easy hole.
Like, I want to call it an island because it is.
Yep.
But it looks like it's plenty big enough, but you step up to the tee to throw, all of a sudden it feels very small.
It just shrinks, yep.
And all the foliage from the trees on the right-hand side make it feel even smaller.
Right.
Parker, not
really
afraid
laying
in the
on one here.
slightest.
Getting it high, trusting it. Yeah, that's a great shot.
That pinpoint placement with how high and how much that flexed is just really impressive.
And Calvin
throws this shot so well.
I don't care what Pete
that's
says
phenomenal.
about you.
It didn't look like he really got any ground play for Calvin there, but
No.
I don't know if he's going to need it. That was impressive.
And my shot just leaked a little right. Better than going left, but just a layup. And
Tony giving it a chance, really. It looked like maybe a soft bit.
yeah, for sure.
This is Parker's drive, definitely in bounds, as you can see from the line there on the left.
Yep.
Didn't look like he was in bounds by much, but definitely did it, executed just amazingly well.
Yeah, he was surprisingly close to the OB line. I believe he had to take his meter off. Calvin.
Definitely wanting to capitalize here.
Yep.
And does.
Yeah, snuck it in a little left side, but hey, no pictures on the scorecard
He
there.
did it. We might have gotten a little side smile crack out of him there. He knows he got away with it, but it's in.
A 2's a 2.
We got a couple spectators in the back there, a couple local boys.
Yep.
Calvin's father there, I believe, as well. Pete.
Yes, sir. Old man Pete.
Absolute legend.
That dude is hilarious. One more hole to go for this front nine.
This is, as I've heard some people say, this is where the golf really starts.
Yes.
There's definitely a change of mentality, playing more in the woods and needing to have a lot more shape to your drive.
Yeah.
This is such a demanding hole, especially if you're going to go right hand, forehand like Parker.
Insane. Yeah. Crazy play, but I came to find out Chris Fisher got the eagle with a forehand nuke.
I think a couple
tap-in.
people did. A tap-in?
A tap-in. That's what I heard.
I was very close to it.
Calvin with the beautifully executed backhand right there. So dangerous with that right side, just drops off, especially when you get up to the green. It's probably 50 feet to the bottom, and it's very easy to find it.
To be able to park this hole with as uphill as it is on a forehand, like what
Oh,
kind
it's
of,
insane.
you have to have like 550
At least
power
5 for sure.
to be able to
Yeah.
have a chance, let alone to park it.
And this just early out of the hand, throwing it right at the trash can. Very symbolic for how it came out of my hand.
I see what you did there. So it looks like you're going to favor, there's two entryways to get to this. If you see that kind of pine that's in the middle of
Yeah.
the light up there, the edge of the woods, you either go left or you go right. Right is a very low ceiling. Left is a little bit wider, but there are some guardian trees you got to navigate in there.
Right.
That zoom right there shows more of the right-hand side.
That's
Lower
what Tony's
ceiling.
playing for. Throwing his Toro.
He just left it a little wide, it looks like.
Yeah, clips that last tree. But
Something
might
to
have a
take
putt.
into consideration too when you're playing in these. And actually, Parker just demonstrated it super well. It looks like he was trying to play for the skip. There's a lot of needles underneath these pines, and it can get pretty fast. Looks like everybody's kind of figured out a good pace to put on these to get it to trickle up there.
Yep. Yeah, I just left my upshot a little low and got a tree to deal with. Trying to work it around and not quite.
Worked your way into getting a fighting chance though after the trash can hit.
Yeah, a pretty fortunate kickoff of it actually to have a chance for birdie still.
Tony with a, I don't know, what do you think, 60, maybe 70 foot? Wow.
Unbelievable from Tony there. Look at him running it in.
Got a little jog out of him.
Getting his exercise in there. Being respectful for Parker.
Parker definitely wanting to knock this one down.
Oh, just a little left. There it is. Cleans up the par nicely.
Here's yourself.
I'll do the same, and super simple tap in for Calvin. Played the hole to absolute perfection. I mean, aside from an eagle, obviously, but
For how he chose to draw that hole up for himself, he definitely executed his game plan.
it looks like that'll do it for the front nine. Thank you to the Columbus Flyers Disc Golf.
And John Schwan Productions.
Absolutely. Be sure to come back for the back nine of round 2 chase card coverage of the 2025 Brent Hamrick Memorial Open.